How's it going, everyone? Welcome to day 20 of Stuck in California until I reach 100,000 subscribers. Can't believe it's already day 20. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about India when I left or when I moved to the United States back in 2009, and how India is now and how that can enable us to be more vocal about ending this discrimination based on our country of birth, how we can demand like equal treatment more boldly based on that. Anyways, if you just stumble upon this broadcast, my name is Anuj and I'm traveling to all the 50 states of the United States in order to spread the awareness on discrimination against high skilled workers based on their country of birth. And I have been traveling. Right now, I'm at my 37th state. I have been here for 20 days now, and I gave myself challenge that I'm gonna be in this state until I reach 100,000 subscribers. And the reason I did that is because I'm like traveling to all the states and trying to spread awareness to Americans who are like who can vote, so that can put pressure to on policymakers to end this discrimination. But while I'm trying to spread the awareness to Americans, there are like very few people who are stuck in this green card backlog because of this discrimination. Even they don't know about this challenge, and if they don't know, then the impact would be less. And I wish that more people join this, came to know about this campaign and join the advocacy in general. So this is just an attempt to spread the awareness faster if we could. And I said that I'm gonna go live every day while I'm stuck in California. I will be talking about different things each day, which I wanted to talk about, but which I don't get chance to make a separate video. I'm like finding very little time to edit videos these days, and like it's like a lot of things to write on Twitter. So like I'm doing this live stream, so I'm enjoying this hangout every day with you guys, and I appreciate everyone who is joining, supporting, spreading the word about this. And I did the live stream yesterday where I talked about how hard this campaign has been, like traveling to all the 50 states within a year. And someone asked me that if I have to start it over, would I do it? And yeah, the answer is that absolutely, I wouldn't have it any other way. It has been very challenging, but it has been very fulfilling as well, right? And all the experiences I had meeting amazing people and memories we created, and all the conversation I had with all these amazing people, that wouldn't have been possible, right? And maybe we wouldn't be hanging out right now like this as well, right? So I don't think so I would have it any other way. It was just like my way of recording those challenges just for in the future if I want to look back. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about India when I left in 2009, how it was and how it is now. Now I moved here in 2009, but this is kind of in general true for everyone regardless of when they moved to United States, is that certain thing were already better in the India than here for majority of people, right? That one of the thing, some of the things I can think about is that cooking and cleaning, if you didn't like those things, even middle class people, they didn't need it to do those things, right? That is, you can easily hire maids. So some of the chores, day-to-day chores, you didn't had to do those if you didn't like those. This is only very rich people can afford that, right? So here, like you have to do those. So that thing was already better in India. Another thing was already better was that the social life of the most people who moved here was much better. Most of the people had family back there. Most of the people had friends who they grow up with, much more better social life. So I don't think so anyone moved here for better social life or had a better social life after they moved here, right? Another thing which we might have realized after coming here, that we already had the food we liked, right? That no one after coming to the United States, they are like, oh, I love the food here much more than when I had it when I was back in India. So like And that's the thing, one of the thing people miss the most. So this were the some of the things were already better, and they are, it's still the case even today, right? So but like people, why they moved to United States, different people has different reasons. One of the reason I moved here is that some of the kind of opportunities were not present in India back in 2009 when I moved here, right? And when I moved for like better opportunities, better exposure to gain skills. So back in 2009 when I moved, one of the crazy part was, if I remember, that the internet connection I had, that was only 500 MB for the entire month. It was like we just got the BSNL broadband back in that day, but the entire quota of the month was 500 MB. And if you're like from good family, if you are like baller, you might have like a 1 GB or 2 GB, but it was very limited. I had personal computer, but most of the families in India, they didn't had computer, and only like people, some kids who were like studying computer, right, they had personal computer at home. The smartphones were not a thing even in the United States back in the day, but not in India. It was like even like cell phones were kind of crazy, right? So that was kind of the thing. So what that is like kind of like huge, because lack of computer and lack of internet mean that we didn't had resources to gain the skills if we wanted to, right? That the only way to gain the skills back in the days was to go to school and learn those skills. Like let's say for example that if your programming teacher wasn't good, then like you had very little option to go online and learn those things, right? That and like let's say that if someone couldn't afford the college or school, they couldn't just go on their phone and start learning those things, right? And another thing why that is so important is that even if people had those skills back in the days, it was very hard to make the same amount of money you can make in United States while you are in India, right? These days it's not the case. Like if you have a skills, if you are like really good programmer, you can make the same amount of money which you are making here. You can also like do freelancing, like on, you can go Fiverr or some, there are like so many sites where you can like go and sell your services. And even probably like I know many people who are like in India and making more money than people who are here, right? So back in the day, I'm good. Can I stay here for 10 minutes?
For like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
So I have to keep this.
right, right. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing live stream, which will be done in like 10 minutes. All right, so I am at my gym, I am at my cafe, and they are closing, but they are letting me stay here for 10 more minutes. So that's good that we can still finish this talk. Anyways, what I was saying is that now, if you have the skills, you can still make same amount of money. You have that resources to make the same amount of money uh, which someone in the United States can make, which wasn't there back in the days. So the opportunities were kind of like very limited back in the days, and this is something I talked about in when I talked about like population doesn't, it means that more population doesn't make more skills. That the opportunities back in the days was very limited, that only you had to be like, if you want to make a good living, then most people were like becoming doctor or engineer, because like let's say that if you wanted to be cricketer, there were like very few opportunities, only 11 people can play it professionally, right? And right now there is like IPL and so many, like even like smaller leagues are kind of popular. You can easily become cricketer these days if you wanted to. Now, like if someone wanted to become an actor, to get into the Bollywood was much difficult, right? But nowadays, like you have this internet, you have social media, so you can post. If you are like good at acting, you can like create something, post it on the internet, and you have this option to get discovered easily. If you are good at singing, you can post something on the internet, get easy. It makes it easier for people to look for you. And even if you like don't start singing the Bollywood movies, like you can still make good living by doing what you love, right? So these kind of things weren't present when I left India, but now it's like becoming more and more common, right? Let's see what other things you can now. Like some of the things you can do now in the United States, like camping, hiking, and all those kind of like adventurous activities. Those weren't very common in India. Like only like very rich people were going out and doing those things in India, which is like not common in the United States. But now, not that's not the case. People are going out, traveling, camping, hiking, all those things is like very normal, right? Back in the days, the food delivery wasn't kind of like if you wanted good food delivered, that wasn't the case. It was like very less in the United States, but like if you go to India these days, I go every year by the way. So if you go to India, the food delivery is much much better than United States, and you get the food which you love, right? So, and some of the things, if you notice after the COVID, especially, is that a lot of this manufacturing, India already started getting like a lot of manufacturing, right? But after the COVID, it has started booming, right? That even like a lot of the manufacturing which was happening in China, they started moving to India, and that created more jobs. More jobs means like how our economies are growing, right? It was growing like when I moved in 2009, our GDP was 11th in the world, but now it's 5th in the world. Soon it will be like 4th in the world. So all these things means like our economies are booming, our jobs market are booming. A lot and lot of people, like even you see that Google announced recently that the second biggest company outside of the United States will be in India, and you see that the Apple and all those like manufacturing, like Tesla, all that is going there. So people, the income levels are rising there, right? So like a software developer in India can easily have like better lifestyle in India. I remember that when I was there back in 2009, software developer were making like hardly 5 lakhs or something annually, right? Even the good ones, but now it's like 50 lakhs. It's kind of like easy, right? So if people have skills, they can have much much better lifestyle in India than in the United States, right? So, and also the UPI was game changer. That like let's say back in the days, if you had like a small business and if you wanted to get the loan, it was like very difficult. But because of the UPI now, all the transactions are digital. If you had like small business going on, banks can track how much business you are having, and then according to that, you can like it's like very easy to get approved for those loans, and because of that, it's like you have like much much more opportunities, right? All right, there are like some other things I wanted to talk about, but I keep this short because they are waiting for this to close down, right? But anyways, so what I was trying to say that because of this opportunity, I'm like very vocal that the worst thing that can happen, it doesn't happen, but right, like let's people say that why Anuj you are like advocating openly, and I was like, what is the worst thing it's gonna happen, right? If they don't approve my visa or something, I'm pretty sure that I would have much much better life in India than here. And this is my question to you, that why? What is stopping people? I'm not asking people to move to India, but what my question is that uh, what are some of the things stopping people from advocating more or advocating openly? So think about that, leave it in the comments. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And I guess that's it for me. Let me stop it now, but we can talk about this tomorrow. Let me know, like, what are some of the things which are stopping people from advocating openly. That's my question for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please let others know about that. We need to reach this goal, so sooner we reach, the better. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.